I know I originally said we'd only do 2 episodes on the Fiend Arena, but when I sat down to record the second of those 2 episodes, I ended up going for like 3 hours, guys. So it was either split it or do like a single 3-hour video, which is insane. So instead of the latter, I went with the former, and we're actually going to have 3 videos on the Fiend stuff. This is the last one. This is with all the crazy super bosses and the cool stuff. I hope you enjoy, but it should be a good one. Enjoy, everyone. Okay, guys, we are back. Now, we got 2 choices here. Number 1, we could just play through this here. Oh, interesting. Huh, the Magus... Oh, no, Magus do appear here. So it goes Shiva, Anima, Magus. Who's in that last slot? I wonder. Actually, I've just realized who's in that last slot. All right, so we can either fight these guys there, or we can just go do the tournament straight away. I want to do the tournament. It's been a while since I've seen a new one unlock. Oh, my God, there it is. Check it out. The Aeon Cup. All right, guys, here we go. A tournament of Aeons released through the power of the faith. Let's enter it. I love the idea that, you know, there's this crazy magical thing happening, and Shinra's just like, yeah, all right, go on then. You guys can fight. So who have we got? It's us versus Ixion, Yojimbo versus Shiva, Anima versus the Maga Sisters. This will be the bracket that is very threatening to us. Valifor and Ifrit. All right, so it seems like they've set us up on kind of a mid-tier matchup at the moment. Ixion. I've never fought Ixion before. I've never seen my dudes do it. Let's see how they go. I'm expecting it to be a cakewalk, a breeze. I need it to be. All right, there we go. Good. So you'll see some of my characters are using White Wind and stuff. What I've done is I've taught them some defensive abilities that fill out their ability lists so that when they get hit, they don't have any new spaces to learn new abilities and thus stop learning crap attacks, all right? Which is kind of the theory. But the way that this is a demonstration for you guys, if anything, the way that the AI works in this game with your Fiends is they deliberately are bad with them at first. So instead of choosing to attack, you might find my Fiends are being a bit weird for the next couple of battles. But then they'll get to grips with it, and then they'll be fine. And you guys should be able to see that system in action as we do these final tournaments here. So go. That's Yojimbo getting owned as well. Good, good, good. You might think, oh, I want to see some real wooden potato. I want to see some real fights, wooden potatoes. No, no, no. No, you don't. You want to see the final boss, and you want to see me have at least a chance at him. And hopefully we'll kill him, but if I can just get to show him off, I will consider that a success. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Another large pod. Don't need it. And then in the finals, wow, we're against Ifrit in the finals? That's a cakewalk. That's an easy way through. Oh my goodness. So our ultimate goal here, guys, if you don't realize, it's to win every tournament at least once. You've obviously already seen the other ones be won. Look at that. 54k chain strike crit from behind with Logos. Oh man, in the first few episodes I was talking to you guys about how crazy, you know, you can start building damage with this combat system. We're finally seeing that come through here. That was so cool. But our goal is to beat every tournament once, which unlocks a final tournament. So 1 win there of the Aeon Cup, I guess, is good enough, right? We win the Kaiser Knuckles and an SP pod. Kaiser Knuckles really aren't too great as gear. I guess it's just a lot of stat boosting stuff that we'll get. Now, instead of running that tournament again, I'll show you guys 1 fight against each of the Aeons, right? How about we do that? So let's go back through here. So we've already seen Shiva. We haven't seen Anima. So let's try out Anima, shall we? I'd expect him to be a bitch. Let's see. Or she, sorry. I always forget. Oh, she's ambushed us. And she's dead. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, fine. All right. I mean, maybe she's like the story equivalent. I don't know. We'll go for Maga Sisters as well, shall we? There's a Tetraband from her. This, of course, would be where we'd farm Bahamut. Let's go Magus. They don't even call it the Maga Sisters. They just say Magus. It's kind of lame. Maybe they didn't have enough characters. All right, so here we've got 3. So now everyone's just going to get chained out, hopefully. And they're dead. Poor Lulu barely gets a look in edgewise. It's all right, Lulu. Don't worry. You'll get a go soon enough. Okay, so it's pretty clear here then, despite all the effort that you have to go to get the Aeon Cup unlocked, it's the denizens of that cup are not the most threatening, let me tell you. Who else haven't we seen? We haven't seen Valifor or Yojimbo. This is the Valifor fight. Pretty simple. Here's the Yojimbo fight. Actually, wait, we did just kill Yojimbo in the tournament, didn't we? You guys don't need to see this. There's a stunning full life from Logos there. Absolutely necessary, buddy. Don't do that when it gets harder. And last of all, Bahamut. Oh, he's pretty tanky. Okay, he's actually doing pretty well. He survived for a while. He survived until Lulu's Turbo Fire, at the very least. He seemed to have at least 100k. Maybe 200k, maybe higher. All right, there we go. And down Bahamut goes. The Aeon Cup quite unceremoniously slaughtered through and completed. Let's move on now to the other storyline we were in the middle of. This is the Dolmen. Remember that the ancient text Shinra speaking of the Fiend world connecting ours to theirs. Analysis failed. Fiend has no life readings. Shinra says the Fiend seems to be a key for unlocking something. The creature is totally unresponsive, so it's impossible to tell if it's living or dead. Well, it looks pretty alive to me, mate. Well, sort of. It looks dead alive. It looks undead. Fiend has no life readings. This key opens the seal holding the traitor of the Fiend world. Freeing this Fiend would mean freeing the traitor of the Fiend world. Going further than this might be dangerous. How many of you guys thought he was the traitor, right? Like, that would have been my first impression. But no, he's just the key. It might be dangerous, but we're going to do it. This next tournament we're about to unlock is actually really interesting. In that, if you fail this next tournament, instead of just getting kicked back to the screen, you get game over. Why do you get game over? Because the Celsius explodes. Yep. This is some real stuff happening now. This is my story, says Titus. No. This is Shinra's story right now. Wow, that has got to be one of the worst cutscenes we have had at all. That's unbelievable. It doesn't even tell us anything. So where do we go from now? You might be wondering. Well, next we need to catch the next in the series. Something did strike me, by the way, with how you're supposed to know where to go for these. It's been pretty clear at this point that we're looking for these, like, demon walls and the dead walls and stuff. And basically the only other one we haven't had yet is from Jose, okay? It's called the Monolith, and it only appears available for capture after you've done all this other stuff beforehand. At least I think it's the Monolith. It's definitely not you, the Greater Drake, so we'll get rid of that. We'll round up again. Another tournament done and 2 more M-Pods in hand. Let's keep trying. So go back to Jose. 2 more M-Pods. Round up. Come on, Demon Wall. Come on. I'm surprised you can't target these guys as a specific species. All right, fine. We'll take the damn Greater Drake. Fine. Come in. As long as you don't appear again in the future, we have bigger fish to fry. We have more important fiends. For the love of God, please, game. I think this is the last thing we need to capture that's super RNG-based to unlock tournaments. Please, do me a solid. Just like you did, I think, maybe, with the Jumbo Cactar earlier. Come on. Yes, the Dolmen. No, not Dolmen. I already have you. I already did you. No, it's the other one I need. For God's sake. Fine, we'll allow this into the Gullwings as well. And then that'll remove that from the loot table as well. We'll go do more tournaments. And then we'll swap one wall for the other. We'll be cunning. Actually, I do have a theory. Based on some of the stuff I've been reading online, I'm really not too clear on it. But perhaps the reason he's not appearing is because actually, as the way that the game works, this Fiend is something that appears as a random encounter here in the Farplane. So I need to nip into the Farplane on this save file, get low enough to beat Shiva, then come back to the airship, then I might be able to capture it in my M-Pods. That's the theory. And we're about to test it. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, that done. Time to see if the plan worked. So we're going to go to Jose. Almost forgot, goddamn. We're going to go medium pods. We're going to round up. Come on, Jose, because basically the fiends that appear in Jose change after you go there. Ah, here he is. It's the Monolith. Yes. All right, and we're going to swap him for the Dolmen, who we've already seen, obviously, so we can release him. Grab the Monolith. All right. Oh, my God. And then the final Demon Wall. Here we are. Excellent. I'm going to level him, and I'll see you guys for the grand releasing. The Monolith at the end of a long chain of both in-game regular plot events and Fiends released before him. We finally come to the Monolith. Fiend has no life readings. The Fiend seems to be a key for unlocking something. The creature is totally unresponsive, so it's impossible to tell if it's living or dead. I've translated the inscribed ancient text. The sealed grave. Between the material world and the Farplane world lies the Fiend world. To seal in the traitor of the Fiend world, 3 barriers have been activated around the world. The barriers form the Fiend King's grave. which lies deep under Spira. That's what it says. So is it possible that these 3 guys that we've just leveled and released, or sent, if you will, by removing these, we've just, released the 3 seals? And is it possible then that some of the creatures we saw at the first, supposedly ambassadors from the Fiend world, were perhaps, cheating us and telling us that these were the traitors? Or not? Or maybe they genuinely did want to meet the traitor. But they said the traitor had escaped. And he clearly hadn't. Maybe we were supposed to do these 3 first. Yeah, but you can't do these 3 first. Why would you get the other ones in the earlier chapters of the game? I don't know. It's either relying on you to actually follow some kind of narrative here, or it's for the player who goes 100% and tries to max out the best hero. Which I got some cool stuff to talk to you guys about very soon on that too. And, like you would randomly come across all the different ones. I'm curious on your guys' theories about this. Oh God, Shinra, what have you done? What have you done? He looks scared. It's always sad when Shinra looks scared. Who have we released? There they are, the 3 seals! Oh, this is so cool. And out comes... No, this is not Paragon. Ultima Weapon. Oh yes. You're the traitor of the Fiend world, says Shinra. How? This doesn't make any sense. We fought loads of Ultima Weapons. Maybe this is like the main one though. Liberate him. Give him to us. So the Jahi have reappeared from earlier. Oh God. I hope they're happy with what we've done here. Oh, I get it. So they're saying that the traitor fled the Fiend world and was captured and imprisoned here on Spirit, but they want him back. Small folk, raise my powers and open the portal of truth. The portal of truth. Look at Shinra talking. Ultima Weapon? What are you? I like that this game's got more plot for them, because before they were just, like the Omega Weapon, the Omega Dungeon stuff. And in some of the other Final Fantasies, the Ultima Weapons have been really important. So there you go, Ultima Weapon. This is essentially an evolution, just like we had before. Time to level him up and see his story. We'll grab the SP pod while we're at it. Why not? What I do really like about this quest chain, look at how small he is when he comes into the arena. They really play with the scale so crazy. Oh, here he's using punishment. What I really do like about this element of the arena, like with these guys having all this story, it's that you can really sort of identify with these fiends, and you can really feel like, yeah, these guys are total badasses. I can't believe Ultima feels so small, though. But it's like we've got an Ultima Weapon on our team. This is cool! Compared to friggin' the Jumbo Cactar, he flew through that so comfortably. Here, I will show you guys as well. If we actually look at Ultima Weapon and we go to Unlearn, see how you can look over punishment here? Damage all enemies, it just says. And he also came with Tetra Eater. He came with Total Limit Break. He came with Ribbon, or the monster version of Ribbon. And so here we go. 4 story levels this time. So analysis failed. This fiend also has no life reading. Shinra's talking. He says, the ultimate fiend whose powers have been sealed since ancient times. The true Ultima Weapon. Right now, it's an infant, not aware of its true power. I'm going to raise it and expose it the truth about the fiend world. Okay. I can hear the voice of Ultima Weapon's soul. Long ago, when Spira and the fiend world was still connected, 2 brothers fought for the crown of the fiend world. The younger brother sought to invade Spira as a show of strength by the fiend world. To protect Spira, the elder brother went into Spira personally and sealed the path to the fiend world. The elder brother was branded a traitor and exiled. Ah! Though he had protected Spira, the elder brother was feared and hunted by the humans he saved. In his sorrow, the elder brother sealed his own power and fell into slumber deep beneath Spira. The elder brother thus became a legend as the ultimate fiend named Ultima Weapon. Banished from his own home and unwelcome in Spira, that was the sad fate of Ultima Weapon. I wish to return to my slumber. That's what Ultima Weapon is saying. Man, what a cool story! How tragic! And of course, Omega Weapon, as we should all understand, would be the other brother. Alright, Ultima. You don't have to live like this. We can give you a happy ending, bro. Oh, God. Believe me. Ultima Weapon. You cut your ties to the Fiend world to protect the world of humans. I'm guessing this is Shinra thinking, I'll take over your mantle. I won't hand you over to the Fiend world. Yeah, Shinra. I'll use machines to seal you in. What? Dude, that doesn't sound smart. It seems like you're uh-oh. Yeah, it seems like you're playing with things a little bit beyond your pay grade here, bro. Oh god, the Jahis. Oh my god, there's a lot of them now as well. Hold him! He's trying to break free. And he's getting sucked in. So that's the portal beneath him? The portal to the Fiend world is opening. We have to close the Fiend portal. Activate Fiend Arena. And this is it, guys. This is the setup for the sort of final tournament. Mission time. Wow, the PS3 is actually getting frame drop there. The Fiend Challenger has been trapped inside the Fiend Arena. We need to win the Fiend Portal deathmatch in order to seal the portal to the Fiend world. If we lose, Spirit is finished. We'll have to keep this a secret from Brother and them. Or I could put them on my team. Omega Weapon, King, blah, blah, blah. I missed it. The fate of Spirit is now in the hands of the Gullwings. Go, go, Gullwings. Oh, was that Shinra speaking again? I guess it was Shinra speaking again. Or thinking. Trapod L has been supplied. Get it. All right. So we do have one more thing. I'm going to save because I want to show you guys what it looks like when you fail at this. So I'll see you in a second. Shinra? Shinra, are you sure I'll calm for what's going on in the bowels of this airship right now? You want to tell the girls? No? You okay there? No, don't worry, Riku. No, nothing's going on, Riku. Don't worry. All right, so here we go. Enter tournament, and now beneath the Aeon Cup, as you can see here, we've got the Fiend Portal, a tournament teeming with denizens of the Fiend world. Defeat Omega Weapon in a deathmatch. So we're going to go for it. Let's see what we've got. I believe this tournament as well, you don't get regen and stuff between battles. But check out these participants. We've got Return to Nothing, two of the guys we had earlier on. Lost in the Dark, a bunch of imps. These are cool names. Moonflow Guardian. Dolman and a what's-his-face. Elephant Eater. A King Behemoth, Shadow Envoy, Abyssal Judges. Man, the Fiend world seems so badass, just like all these demons here. Silent Prophet, Chaos Vessel, Dark Seal, Curse Lifter, Fiend World Cleric, Eternal Prison. Oh my god, Underworld Spirit. Of course, Tombury the Ripper makes it. This guy was from a previous tournament, was an absolute brute, and he's against the toughest guy, it would seem, Omega Weapon, who's going to slaughter, I presume, his whole way through. If Tombury the Ripper beats him, that'll be hilarious. But I think we'll probably be finding him in the finals. All right, let's do it. Oh, I feel so good. I'm very excited about this. This is great. Oh my god, Riku! Riku, I told you not to look! Riku, what are you doing? You're only level 2. Kill the Animarchas. It's okay. Steal from them or something. No, avoid the Blizzaga, Riku, no! I told you not to look. And so here when we lose, it's not quite going to kick us out. It's going to do this. And there you go. One of the rarer game overs. One of those much rarer things. If you think about how buried into the international systems this is. For X-2, I mean, Christ. A game that most people don't even look at for more than 5 minutes. Pretty cool, no? I have not the remotest clue of how well we're going to do here. This time, Tombury the Ripper, it looks like, is going to be against us in the second round if we can beat Eternal Prison. All right, let's check it out. Let's try it. Okay, we don't have to worry about Petrify from this guy or any of that because we've got Ribbon on everyone because they're all on the mascot dress sphere. They all have break HP limit from Covenant of from Higher Power. Oh my god, an Impale quick attack straight away finishes them off. Excellent. Okay. Next, keep it coming. Tonberry the Ripper I actually know we can beat, a Mega Tonberry, because we can just chain him down before he gets any of his crazy damage off anymore. Especially now that we've got First Strike. So we can lay waste to him. One of the probably the bigger threats. And you can just see how tanky Mega Tonberries are, by the way, for the amount of hits that he survived there. Next, it looks like we've got the Elephant Eater. This will be the Behemoth, who is probably going to cast Meteor when he dies. So I'm a little concerned about that, so I might actually just 1-star to kill him, so that we survive the Meteor at the very least. Oh, God. I barely had time! Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. I did, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I don't need to be scared. Don't need to be scared. Lulu barely got knocked into the, out of 10,000 health. If anything, I'd like to get her healthier. She's not the strongest of characters, guys. She really isn't. Like, her strength and defense are very, 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 very low. 3 X potions. And then finally, a Mega Weapon. Here we go. And I'm guessing we're just going to slaughter him. We shall see. A Mega Weapon. You shall not enter Spira. Here we go. Let's see what he's got. Go. Oh, he's down. Oh, dude. I was so scared. I was so scared these were going to be like impossible battles. And there we go. That is the last tournament of the regular tournaments done. But we should be surprised in a second. So we got the end of the story to see first. Get an elixir from him. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And when we leave, you see we've now got another cup. This is the Farplane Cup. This actually is completely unrelated. I know we're in the midst of a story right now. This is totally unrelated to what we just experienced story-wise. This is only here because we've completed every other cup in the game. We did the Cactar Cup, the Chocobo, the Youth League, everything. That's why that's being held. That is the final cup. That is what I've been so scared of. I've also been kind of scared of this as well, though, to tell you the truth, and we just slaughtered our way through it. And now we get the conclusion of the story. Mission complete. Traitor of the Fiend World, Ultima Weapon, King of the Fiend World, Omega Weapon. The two are siblings. Siblings who were fated to never coexist in the same world. That was what began this tragedy. Why couldn't they coexist? Born as kings of the Fiend World, the brothers must fight. Ultima Weapon avoided this confrontation and fled to Spira. The Fiends in pursuit sought to destroy Spira along with it. Oh, so he didn't come here to save us. He brought danger with him. To protect Spira, Ultima Weapon sealed away the fate of this world, cutting himself off from his home. Through guilt, I guess? Currently, it's in the interest of both siblings to seal the path to the Fiend World once again. We'll keep one of the siblings in Spira. So, this is kind of a funny mechanic and a bit of a shame. This is a really cool idea. Finish like a big long story and you get to choose something that'll join your party, and this is going to become a big thing in a second. But what's kind of sucky, though, is we got Ultima Weapon already in the story. We already have him done. So why would you ever want him? Go for a Mega Weapon. A Mega Weapon will, you can now allow into the Gullwings. You can give him his nickname or whatever. You can call him Larry or whatever silly name that you like. Sorry if your name's Larry and you're listening to the video. And he will join you, and you want to do that to finish out your bestiary, right? And there you go. Woo! That's the Fiend Portal. By participating in those, the enemies we see there, don't forget, will be appearing on the Battle Simulator. So some of our later pages now should begin. So like Eternal Prison there, as you can see. But why is this still here? What on earth is this? I hear you wonder. Well, this is the final tournament. No big story, no big backlog comes into it. This is just kind of the devs saying, all right, look, you've clearly caught a ton of fiends. You've done really well leveling them. You've done really well on everything. Let's go crazy with you, all right? We've seen Spira. We've seen the Fiend World. What does the Fiend World live next to? The Farplane. A tournament that brings back residents of the Farplane. Perhaps you'll see some familiar faces. So, bear something in mind here, guys. A lot of these systems have kind of existed outside of the story. Nuge, Gipple, Barreleye, they've been hanging around with us. You've been able to have Lulu v Lulu and stuff. So don't take anything I believe that we're about to see as crazy story-based. But this is your place in International to see some old faces from the previous game. Not only see them, but if you beat them, something special too. So check it out. In the first round, we are against Tremor. Yep, Tremor. This is the fully powered via Infinito Tremor, alright? The whole fight, you know how hard this was with the girls. You're about to see my Fiend team battle Tremor. My Fiends have max luck, so the issue the girls are having where they couldn't hit isn't going to be an issue for us. We've also got the Master of Spira, who I guess is a mega weapon. We've got the Slimy Boss, who's the Conjurer, again, via Infinito. Oh, no, Master of Spira is Paragon. That's obviously Paragon. You got the Shady Duo. This is one of the Fiend combinations you can see at the bottom of the via Infinito. That's the Black Elemental. And a mushroom that is really, really dead. Actually, a lot of players like to use that mushroom to farm something, which I'll talk about soon. You've got the Abyss Crawler, who's a green version. I believe this is a totally unique boss. I've never seen a green version anywhere. I certainly didn't in the bottom of the Via Infinito, unless just the colours were kind of off. You've got the Fire Dragon God, who's the salamanders from the earlier things. And Hell's Gatekeeper. We're against Tremor first. They did not give us a good matchup. All right, here we go. Nothing too crazy, though. All right, here we go. Look at those two fighting. They're so huge. They're clipping into each other. Let's see how we do against Tremor. I told you guys that with good Fiend teams, you could beat Tremor super quick. Well, let's see. Logos actually is doing way less damage than I was expecting. But he's building the chain up, at least. The quick attack spam is pretty bad because he's actually going to drop his MP soon enough, which is pretty awful. But Tremor can't do that much damage, it seems. Hit Lulu quite hard. But Lulu should be able to vigor herself up, something I've not really been able to show too well from the series just yet. In fact, if I catnipped her, we'd basically be in the same situation as we were before. There's Logos probably using a vigor here coming up. I might put catnip back on Lulu. I didn't realize that he was going to be as tanky as he is. Machina Hunter just took 9k damage, but because it has 15k max health and auto shell, he managed to survive the flare just fine. When we see Tremor gets a bit lower and he does his Meteor, we'll play with that a little bit more there. Logos is going to be in some serious problems. Now that Logos is out of MP, I wonder what he's going to do. Is he just going to keep playing defensive? The Machina Hunter should full life Lulu. Alright, well, yeah, we may need to put, like, Spell Spring on Logos. This is cool. This is pretty cool. This is interesting. There's a full life. As you can see, the Machina is still doing 19,000 damage to Tremor. That's because he can bypass all of Tremor's defense. He did 40k hit there. He can bypass it all with his Impales because that's what Impale does. It bypasses defense. That's why having 3 of those Machina can beat this guy in about 40 seconds. I was hoping Logos, the beast shooter, would do better. But apparently not. All right, here we go. We've already triggered the first Meteor. How long has this been so far? Not too long. We'll 1-star them so they survive. The Machina Hunter wasn't even hit that hard there. We'll let Logos heal himself up with a couple of Vigors. There you go. That's the insane agility he's got there. Would have been really nice if Lulu was still going. A crit from behind on an Impale there. And another one. This is good because Tremor's focusing on Logos. The Machina's managed to orient himself behind Tremor. Oh, God. Another flare. He's all right, though. He's all right. He should Vigor himself, too. Unless I didn't teach him Vigor. I think I did. I should have taught him Vigor. Logos just tanking it up, man. And here, really, we see the strength of the Machina. I just 1-starred it just to be safe there. Because if the Machina dies now, Logos actually can't heal him up. Oh, the Machina can't res either. Because they're both out of MP. Curious. I wonder, yeah, whether we should do that. Should we give them, like... I think if you feed them a Ragnarok, that's what you get. Here's another Meteor. Hopefully... Oh, the Hunter's dead. No, that's it. That's game over then. That's Tremor's beat us in the first round. I was expecting a slaughtering. But that is not what we've got here, is it? Well, Logos can't do anything, so he's just going to stand around until he dies. So let's go back. Let's escape. Let's try again. There we go. We're gonna do it. We've only got 1 Ragnarok. This is the one we got for pinning Riku, but don't worry, we can get some more very soon. We're gonna feed him the spell spring here. All right, and that should keep his quick hits going. It might have been smarter to do it on the Machina Hunter. But we can give the Machina Hunter perhaps half MP cost. That should at least carry him through because he hits way slower, right? So he doesn't actually need so much. Oh, it's gold hairpins for half MP cost, and I don't actually have enough of them to teach it to him. That's interesting. All right, well, so he's going to have to stay the same for a while. That's fine. All right, let's just try again. Let's just try again. We've definitely got the damage to get through him. We might not even get him in the first round of the Farplane Cup this time. Tremor is really one of the harder, if not the hardest, guys you can get. So this time we've got the Abyss Crawler. All right, we've got the green guy. Let's see how bad the green guy is, shall we? Let's see what we got. Because what you've got here, guys, is a tournament where you have to beat every single one of the Vi Infinito bosses, theoretically, in one swing. There you go. He's down. That was not hard. Good. Big, big, big difference there. That still might not mean... That still might not stop us having to fight Tremor later, though. I love the thought of Tremor fighting some of the other guys, too. You know, because in the story, Tremor was the master of these fiends. All right, Master of Spira versus some random white elementals there. That's going to go great. Here we have the Fire God, the ridiculously named opponent that clearly does not match up to his worth in weight. And yeah, look, Tremor got beaten here by the Shady Duo. The Shady Duo? No way. All right, fine. Well, so we got the Master of Spirit. Looks like we've got a fight with Paragon on our hands here, guys. Battle with Paragon. Nobody's bypass. I'm pretty sure Impale doesn't bypass defense in such a way that it will trigger Big Bang. He's only got 200k health, so hopefully we can just melt him down before anything super deadly happens here. Lots of quick attacks. He didn't hit very hard. All right, there you go. Good. He's dead. Excellent. I mean, these fiends, to keep up with us, to keep up with 3 people this fast. I mean, Logos is way faster than the others. Way, way faster. Not just in his animations, but statistically, too. But just to keep up with 3 bodies that move so quickly. You know, if Lulu was another Machina, you can only imagine the perma chains that we'd start building. That they just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And each one's an Impale. If there were 3 of them, and you're getting 99,999, 99,909. Now, that's basically as OP as you can get. It's somewhere in the middle ground. All right, there you go. So we win the tournament. We won the final tournament, guys. What does that mean? Well, first of all, we get some sweet gear. 2 elixirs was pretty crappy, but check it out. We get Ragnarok straight away. Replenishes our supply that we just spent. Excellent. Well, so what do? Well, we keep on grinding. I'll tell you guys when something special happens. I'll feed that Ragnarok to the Machina, and I'll see you back in there. Perhaps you will see some familiar faces. Well, there's a familiar face straight away. Seymour. Yep, Seymour Guado is in this tournament. Not only this, but Seymour Guado comes with a completely overpowered, ridiculous stat set and all this cool stuff about him. It's just a matter of if we're actually going to be able to fight him. Unfortunately, he's against Tremor in round 1, and he might lose. See, here's the thing about the Farplane Cup. It takes a fair amount of grind to get through and see every single character that's possible here. Because it's rare that some of them will appear and then they can actually lose in the earlier rounds. Seymour is on the complete other end of this tournament matchup. The only way we will find him is if he makes it through to the finals. Which he may well indeed not. In fact, as you can see, he lost in round 1 there. I'll keep this tournament in here anyway, though, because I do want to see how my fiends deal against Tremor. Tremor's against Paragon down there right now. Which, by rights, he should win, if the story is to be believed. If any part of the story is to be believed, he has to win that. Let's see. And this elixir spam is awesome. No, he lost! What is this? He lost! All right, so another very easy tourney for us. See you guys at the end. But I got to remind you guys of something, actually. We'll cut in here. It was hard. Oh, here's an oversold Paragon, who's actually slightly easier, by the way. Through conventional methods of fighting him. I have to remind you guys, okay? This fight against Paragon, this was not easy. I was stuck at the bottom of the Vi Infinito for a while, looking up strats and trying to look. There were like many attempts that I ended up cutting out and just not showing to you guys because they were just pathetic attempts. I left a fair few in just to give you guys a sense of how good it felt when we finally beat him at the bottom of the Infinito with the girls. And here we are, slaughtering him in a matter of moments. And there we get some dark matter, so you can see now you can actually start getting some dark matter farms going right here at the end. This is something that we couldn't really do before. And here we go, a key to success. Oh, X-2, you do good by me. A key to success. Who remembers what this is? Key to success was the item you can only get one of in the vanilla game if you let the Guado die to the Ronso, so they never return to Guado Salam, but you do everything perfectly for Tobli, and it would appear in that chest in the room. Keys to success are huge, all right? I'll just show you on Yuna, for example. Actually, it might not be very good. To pay attention to Yuna's stats here, as you can see, 4, 3, and so on, and so on, and so on. We scroll all the way down. I'm so happy we got a key to the success here. Here's a key to success. It just says double all. And what does that do? It literally doubles everything. It also gives her 100 luck there. Tobli's Guide to Getting All the One's Desires at twice the speed. So it's related to Tobli, obviously. Great loot from him. Doubles her health, doubles her MP. Nice big stat boost for her. It also, I believe, is double XP and double AP gain. It is double a ton of stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And then beyond that, okay, hold on, Yuna. Don't you hog it. Don't you hog it. Well, we can't really use this, unfortunately, on our main file. Oh, to actually equip it onto a Fiend, I guess, or to feed it to a Fiend, just gives Gillian air. Oh, who's on it this time? Oh, but against Tremor, unfortunately. Auron. Auron is here. This doesn't mean he's come back to life. Doesn't mean anything like that, but Auron is indeed in this tournament. There's something special about each of these faces, by the way, every time one comes up. He's against Tremor at the start, so best of luck to you there, mate. We're against the Contra. Contra obviously was super tanky, do you remember? It was actually about 35 minutes worth of footage in the end that I ended up cutting down that made it into a video of the Contra fight. Let's see how quickly our Fiends get through it. Obviously, Logos isn't... Well, Logos is doing fine. 15k a hit? That's plenty good enough for me. And the Machina Hunter on his Impales doesn't seem to be hitting that hard. That was, I guess, only because we had such an insane chain going. Though, to be fair. There's a Gunk. Oh, no. Logos has no MP? Wait, we just gave him Spell Spring. Oh, never mind. The Contra is dead. Good job. All right. Tremor beat Auron, unfortunately, so we won't be seeing him. The RNG did not favor us. But we get to battle him ourselves. So here we go. This is us with Spell Spring now. That's the key difference. This is the main guy that we want to get good at beating. Now, with Spell Spring, these guys should be able to full life their allies whenever. So I should just be able to full 5-star this and ignore what's going on. Maybe I'd want a 1-star every time he casts me here, though. We'll see. I just love that. Did you just see Logos there? Logos is so cool. He was just like, quick attack, quick attack, quick attack, quick attack. I'll stop for 1 second to just Vigor. And then we'll get moving again. It looks like he's about to try and cast something on Lulu. Lulu is definitely the weak link. I'm sorry to say it. But, I mean, if we had, like, a Snake or another Machina... Oh, God, there's a Flare. She survived the Flare. Why did she survive? Well, because though she may have a really crappy regular defense, she's actually got max magic defense. Oh, and her in yellow is actually pretty good because it triggers Catnip. Not that that's too controllable with a pure Fiend group, I suppose. Full Life immediately comes in from the Machina Hunter. Interestingly, that Full Life only put her to 3,000 health. And I suppose that's because of the way that... Double All is working on her. That's really curious, actually. Alright, here's a Meteor, 1-star Meteor. Put Lulu to yellow, but if anything, that's a good thing. Hopefully, she'll get a cast off before that white wind hits from Logos. Yes, she will. Good. It's nice to see. Oh, and then a 40k friggin' thing is so crazy. Logos is white wind a little bit late. It would be better if I could just stop him using that altogether. But to be honest with you, the risk of him then learning other inferior abilities isn't too good. Someone in the comments did recommend teaching him Azuna, but I can't find the item to teach someone Azuna, because Azuna would basically take up a slot on the list, but it would never be used for anything because they have Ribbon, right? So they could... well, there are a couple of things because they don't have Super Ribbon, they only have Ribbon, but still. It's basically never going to proc. That's actually great. I kind of like Lulu's less defensive nature right now. Except that the cost of her catnipping Tremor is slowing Logos down. You know, it's so many attacks worth of time that it takes that Logos is giving up just to cast that ability. And there you go, Tremor goes down. I'm actually going to, in the editing there, I would have super sped that for you guys. In the editing there, I'm going to look at exactly how long my eventual comp took to kill him. People really like to min-max on Tremor just because of his continuing appearances in this tournament. It slows you down while you're grinding for some of these other faces to appear. And I'm curious. I'm curious what mine's ended up being. From some vague understanding of how people build Fiends, but without directly copy-pasting other people's strats. Basically, mix-match copy-pasting other people's strats. And there we go. We get a Force of Nature this time. What I did the Maths Cave twice for. Yeah. So basically, just understand this, guys. The most OP, most insane gear in the entire game, including Iron Dukes, by the way. You can farm Iron Dukes here. You can get from the Farplane Cup just by running through it over and over and over and over and over again. That's how it works. What else have we got here? Here we go. All right, this is really what I want to show you. Well, I want to show you some of the other characters too. Here we have a question mark. Oh, it's Titus. Check him out. So why is he called question mark there instead of Titus? Well, this ties way back into what I told you guys. We got the Master of Spirit here. That's fine. We may actually get him too. If he can beat the Abyss Crawler, that could be really good. Now, why is he called question mark? The game constantly has to refer to him as that all the way through X2. It's actually been one of the more interesting things to look at throughout the series. Because in the previous game, the player could dictate his name. Right? Like, when I was a kid, I had multiple different save files, all naming him a different thing. At one point, he was named... The silliest name I ever once had him, I think I had him called... Storm? I'm pretty sure it was Storm. I'm pretty sure Storm was the name. Because it was inspired by the Final Fantasy 7 protagonist. Pretty sure it was Storm. But because of that, they always have to call him question mark. Anyway, you can get him back here. Now... some of his abilities that he uses, and you guys might see in the fight here. I don't know whether we can beat him or how tough he is. But some of these abilities you'll see are essentially just 10-2 versions or replications of his overdrives, which actually ties into the main story of the game we're going to get in the next couple of episodes when we finish everything off. So just bear that in mind. Again, there are Game Shark hacks to basically get him back on your team and then take full control of him and all that kind of stuff. And, all right, so here we go. Question mark versus Logos. He seems to have high enough defense for now. Oh, and he's down. What are you doing, Titus? Oh, what a shame. Anyway, we managed to beat him. He gave us 4 X potions. That's like one of the best things you could get out of this, obviously. Excellent stuff. Okay. Oh, I just realized something. We're not done with the Aeon Cup yet. I'm a moron. Hold on, guys. Oh, and we got Tremor again. This one I definitely will cut out, and I'll see you soon. By the way, guys, I do appreciate one funny thing, just to think about as I do this here. I mentioned, just yesterday, just last episode, that MP, of course, has been a non-mechanic in all of 10.2. And yet, here we are, dealing with MP as a very real mechanic right now. Also, damn, that meteor, bro. What? All right. Logos only just res Lulu. I'm glad she survived that. There's a catnip. That could finish him off. And if it doesn't, we'll keep them at 1 star while they vigor each other up and full life and so on. And they should be able to get themselves back on their feet pretty quickly. That's what I get for 5-starring the whole way through the game. Man, I love how Lulu could just carry in these more dangerous areas. All right, that's fun. There you go. And he got impaled right as Lulu rezzed. All right, so there you go. With that tournament done, where we actually killed question mark in the middle of it, something very cool happens. All right. We, of course, get our... Oh, we get an Iron Duke as well. An Iron Duke. Oh, I'm so happy. All right. So that happens. When we hit exit here, what the game will do is it will zoom in on a character that you've beat, and it will say, allow into the goal wings, question mark. And obviously, we're going to say yes. All right? And obviously, we're going to get rid of one of these random giant machines from before, like the Elder Zervan. All right? Release Elder Zervan. Bye-bye, Elder Zervan. And we, of course, get our friends here. Now, there is, again, there's a bug with nicknaming your characters or something. I think if you nickname one of these characters and then you release them, you can't get them back because it doesn't register that they, or something. Just bear that in mind, all right? I think there is a bug towards the end. Whatever, I have no plans to ever release Titus after this. And there you go. You can get Titus with his Brotherhood there. He will come in at the average level of the girls, which for me is level 2. He'll have nothing. But he's got his own abilities that he can learn here. And, you know, you can totally do something cool, like remove everyone and then just have Yuna and Titus legitimately in this game. There you go. This is kind of the wet dream. This is kind of the thing. And I could take that anywhere. I could play the end of the game now with Titus and Yuna together, holding hands, doing the end of the story. We could do that. All right? Of course, it wouldn't be the real story thing that's going on. But that's our reward for all of this work. And at the same time, we could have this third slot be Auron, all right? Or we could have it be Seymour. Those are the 3 characters that are recruitable specifically from that cup. Here you'll see already as well, if I go to the creature menu for Titus, and we go unlearn, he already has Spiral Cut here. One of his overdrives from the previous game. We could forget regular attack, and then that's all he would proceed to do. And hell, I mean, to be honest with you, we wouldn't even have to level him. We could get him to level 14 in a single battle. And then equip an Iron Duke on the guy, all right? And from there, he's probably good enough to beat the game, all right? Those stats, just Iron Duke stats alone, he's probably good enough to beat the game. Actually, screw it. Let's keep Titus on just to see him, all right? Let's do it just to see him, okay? But the main thing I want to show you is now that we've got that Iron Duke, I will point out that you can feed your fiends Iron Dukes, as you can see here. The Iron Duke is kind of similar to Smooth Sailings. Smooth Sailings is +5 stats to everything. Iron Duke is +10 to everything. But the thing is, right now, to be perfectly honest with you, it would be way better to actually equip the Iron Duke onto my fiends instead of having them eat it. Maybe once you're rolling in Iron Dukes, that's what you want to do. But for now, equipping it, saving it for potential even further new game pluses if you've really fallen in love with the game, that's where you want to keep those. So what I'm actually going to do, since Lulu's stats have been so dire for so long, instead of the key to success, I'm going to give her the Iron Duke. And then she's going to get a lot more health. Well, at least defense and agility and stuff, which is nice. So we're going to do that. Shall we keep her on catnip? Yeah, we'll keep her on catnip. Why not? Why not? All right. Enter tournament. Now, before we go back into the Farplane Cup, believe me, there is something else there, and that is the final thing to show off. I do have the Aeon Cup that I want to do. Just a couple more times. There's actually a reward for beating the Aeon Cup 3 times that's very important, and I wanted to show off, and it slipped my mind in the excitement of unlocking the final stuff. So let's beat this. Just a couple more times, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, there we go. This is the 3rd win of the Aeon Cup. To tell you the truth, if I had a lot more time, I would probably get rid of Lulu at this point and grind the hell out of Titus and have him be my 3rd. But actually, in the Fiend World Cup, not the Farplane Cup, which is the last one, just the Fiend World, oh, we have another round to do. Well, whatever. In that cup, the Fiend World one, that one actually has a couple of teams in it which are immune to physical attacks. And so it's good to have someone like Lulu there who can actually spam out the magic and who can help you out. But Titus is now already about level 20, by the way. You can totally beat the game at about level 30. That was what my original Chaos World file, I actually beat it on. So he's already, you know, close enough, even minus the Iron Duke. But there we go. So after 3 wins of the Aeon Cup, you actually get a garment grid. Peerless. Oh boy, Peerless. Right, Peerless is very, very, very important, especially when we equip it onto a Fiend. Obviously, okay, so first of all, it's got the effect for the girls. So let's see Peerless for the girls, shall we? Actually, just to see Peerless for the girls, all we have to do is go garment grids, scroll all the way down. This obviously is international only. It appears at the very bottom. Let me just be clear, okay? On the original game, you had Unerring Path, all right, which was basically the bottom. That's the one to get into your special dress sphere very easily. And there was very little that ever appeared underneath that. Right at the end of the game, in the original copies, you got Font of Power, which was 1 MP cost from the Mihen High Road optional dungeon. And you got Higher Power from the Chocobo secret dungeon, all right? And those were the 2 OP ones, all right? That was it. International added a bunch of new ones. You got Intrepid from the early arena stuff, which gave you triple AP and has been absolutely wonderful for me. You can see I got Mascot on there for leveling a lot of our different classes off screen. Later, you got Abominable, which equipping onto Fiends gave you Ribbon. And finally, we've got Peerless. Peerless, the red gate, always crit. Straight up, always crit. Some people actually use like certain mixes to help their people always crit. I mean, we're doing really well with our max luck anyway, but always crit, all right? Whether you've got high luck or not. Magic boost on the green gate, break damage limit on the yellow gate, and auto haste on the blue. Can you imagine putting that on an early game girl? That is fantastic. And then further, when we have a look at its effect on Fiends, currently I've been using higher power, okay, which is break HP limit. Peerless is always critical. So you can dump that on your Fiends too and make sure that they are always criticaling at that. Fantastic. All right, so here we've got Seymour, by the way. I accidentally left Titus in my group for this fight. So whether we'll actually beat Tremor in the final, which, knowing my luck, is very likely to happen. Yeah, there you go. Tremor's in the final. I don't know whether we'll beat Tremor in this final because basically Titus is going to keep hitting the deck. And the other 2 are going to waste all their time raising him up until eventually they're out of MP. We'll see. Maybe Titus can do something cool. We might even see a slice of dice here. A spiral cut. There you go. Yes! 24 damage. That's how tanky friggin' Tremor is. My God. To tell you the truth, guys, that actually wasn't too bad. That actually wasn't too bad. All right. So we get another new face. Another key to success. Excellent, excellent. You know, and as I was rushing back through the game here, I was very tempted to actually do all the Moonflow stuff just so that I could get the key to success, pick it up on my way. But screw that. Here is Seymour Guado. And, of course, we want to swap him out with the Greater Drake. Bye-bye, Greater Drake. Seymour. And look at that icon. Way back in 10, guys. I cannot tell. Way back in 10 on that one battle where Seymour is on your team. I always wanted him as a permanent member. You could hack the game and get him to join you for a while, and you could have fun with his unique overdrive. But it's only in 10.2, really, that you can truly, well and truly, play with Seymour Guado as an actual character and fully level him, do what the hell you like with him. He starts with attack, demi, and cure. That's really not too great. But he will have his own set of unique things that you can do. From here, guys, there's really two things that I want to show you. Number one is a potential foe in the Farplane Cup, which I could be grinding for a while before I even see. And that potential foe is the hardest boss of the game. But there's also something else I've left hanging over our heads, isn't there? Let's have a look at our team again. Well, hold on. Who was on our team? Omega Weapon. So I'm actually going to swap Omega Weapon on, just like we had his brother before. I'll put him on the Covenant of Growth Garment Grid. I'm going to level him. And what happens if we release Omega Weapon? Did any of you wonder that? Oh, he's witty bitty, just like his brother. Omega Weapon looks smaller than the Cactile Hollow things. And so, yes, as you can see here, guys, the story is not over. Just because we unlocked the Farplane Cup, it didn't stop this. So finally, Shinra says this: Omega Weapon, the king of the Fiend world. Oh, God. The king of the Fiend world. His soul is shrouded in darkness. I can't see anything. So much hate swirling around in there. It has to be expunged or else. Release. Ooh, okay. All right. Be careful, Shinra. I know what's going to happen, but you don't. You need to be careful. Look how big he is. Why isn't he this big in the battles, man? He's a large fiend. It's like they made him medium fiend sized, but then didn't actually make him medium fiend classification. Small folk of Spira. See the darkness that shrouds the fiend world. I almost felt like we were in control for a second there and we could run around like it was transitioning away. Looks like he's just sending himself rather than showing us the power of the Fiend world. But that is a lot of Fireflies, don't you think, guys? Shinra, I'd be careful of those. We might be about to see some Cormier action here. Shinra, what are you doing? The almighty Fiend King has fallen. Shinra, what are you doing? Now both the Fiend world and Spirit will enter a time of chaos. What? It's all thanks to me. Learned a whole lot about fiends, too. Shinra, be careful. But I'm still only a kid. I still lack experience. He hasn't said that for a while, actually, has he? I've come up with the ultimate research methods to learn about fiends. This is true. Maybe this is why this is your last mission with the Gull Wings. Shinra! You know, I've been recording so long, guys, it's actually light out now, and I can hear people going to work, and birds chirping. Shinra, what are you doing? Oh, but you guys would be surprised how hard it is to find footage of this. Yes, this is a totally unique boss, a totally unique thing. I'll become the almighty Fiend King. This is one of the 2 super bosses added by International. Right at the end of the longest story of the Fiend Arena. Almighty Shinra. So it says cup there. It's not actually really a cup. Almighty Shinra has entered the Fiend Arena. Defeat Almighty Shinra and bring back the real one. Alright. Now, I'm very scared to fight him. So we're going to save. And then we'll see you there. We'll ignore the immersion breaking of the fact he's still just sat at the desk out there, okay? We'll ignore it. We'll ignore it. Alright, so now when we go to Fiend Arena, what you guys will see is when we go to enter tournaments, it actually is now called the Almighty Shinra Cup, and it's just changed for a moment. So when we enter this time, here at the bottom is Almighty Shinra. And Almighty Shinra is going to battle his way through. He is so, like, classically, like, Final Fantasy Japanese anime style there. It's unbelievable. And I'm guessing he's going to slaughter his way through, just like Omega Weapon managed to. But perhaps there's a slim chance one of these fiends can win. I love the way that it always puts it into these tournament settings as well, you know. Alright, there's another meteor. We don't get to change the stars during a meteor cast, by the way. Maybe I wasn't clear about that before. Something to do with the way the animations work and it looks out the end of the battle. Friggin' crazy music as well in this tournament, just so that if you guys hadn't heard that yet. Absolutely bizarre music. That was awesome positioning from Logos there, slightly to the side. Oh, the pains I went through with those Megatonbries. It'd actually be very hard for me to get their blue bullets still at this point, you know, because it's hard to hit that balance with those guys where you can survive but not devastate, you know. All right, and this is it. This is the final. So in the final, we are against Almighty Shinra. Now, I don't know how much time I'm going to get to talk about this. Again, I've never fought him. I've never killed him before, but I do know what he does. He's got a very special ability called Cleone, which does tons of damage. We want to be right at the start of the battle. We want to be on 1 star for that. Then he's going to follow up with an Ultima, and if we can heal up after that and we're okay after that, I think we should be all right. But I honestly have no idea what else he's going to do. I do know this for a fact, though. He is... Well, that's a bit of a spoiler. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. I do know he's pretty deadly. Let me put it this way. All right, here we go. So we'll 1-star the Cleone. Logos is casting something. Freeze. Christ knows what. We're getting a lot of turns before he's getting one. This is good. All right, plenty of impales. All reduced damage. Why did you white wind, Logos? I suppose it healed us, so that's quite nice. Oh, right, yeah, because the previous rounds of the tournament are still affecting us here. All right, is he about to use his ability? Oh, the voice acting, it's so good. Almighty Shinra. There's Cleone. Managed to kill Lulu, but she did get hammered by a lot of that RNG there. We're going to max star it now. Because I don't feel particularly scared of that Ultima. Oh my god. Why did the Machina cast it on him? That's outrageous. Also, did he just heal somehow? Did he just heal with an auto attack? I don't think he should have. Look at how cool he is. So, some of you guys might have thought, you know, as you play through all of this, especially the Fiend tail endings, of which there are so many, right? It just feels like the devs learning how to reuse their assets very, very, very well. Our high luck is helping us with these attacks here. It just feels like the devs are really learning, hey, here's how to reuse, here's how to must reuse. But in truth, there are actually 2 totally unique, even outside of other fiends and things, totally unique creatures in here. Super bosses. That's the first, Almighty Shinra. A god of a character, super powerful. Hopefully you've got some perspective of how strong my team is. And, you know, they went that extra mile. And only the players who go this extra mile get to do this. So what I was about to say a second ago is all I know is he is basically one of the strongest things you can ever get in your team. Now, I'm not going to go to the full lengths of grinding my whole way, you know, getting him super, super powerful. If we release him, I'm pretty sure we could just redo this tournament until we find him again. But we can allow him into the gold wings here. He will use Cleone on enemies. He will devastate. He is great. But he's coming at me at level 2, and I don't know. Unless we really struggle here. But I think this is going to be the last of the arena we see. But here, I will show you guys. We'll go develop creature. Almighty Shinra. Very special creature right at the end of the game. He comes with... Always has ribbon on him. Always has total limit break on him. Has Cleone here. Damage all enemies. You could even remove attack so he stops doing it. You can already see at level 2. Look at his stats, guys. Look at his stats for level 2. He doesn't even have anything equipped, all right? Health and MP may be low, indeed, but look, he's got over 100. It's just crazy. He's just absolutely bossed up stat-wise, all right? And he is a fantastic tool to allow you to beat the one thing in the game that is stronger than him. The hardest thing in all of 10-2 International, who is hiding for us, not in the Fiend World Cup, but in the Farplane Cup. So I'm just going to keep recording and keep doing this cup over and over and over and over again until hopefully I see it. I don't know how long it will take to appear. Oh my god, it's there. It's there. It's there. The outer plane envoy. Oh my god, and he looks like... There we go. Oh, yes. The outer plane envoy. He's against Paragon. It would have been so cool if he was against Tremor, but we're going to be killing Tremor first. All right, the outer plane envoy. We didn't accidentally put a weak Almighty Shinra in our team, did we? This is Major Numerus. That's the final boss. Don't know whether I'll kill him. We're going to try. I'm excited. Seeing how well we did against Almighty Shinra and stuff, I may have bigged up this way too much. I may have prepared way too much, wood and potato style. I don't really care. We just got ambushed by Seymour Guado, and we're just going to annihilate him here.
Let's see you under pressure.
It would have been so poetic, so awesome if we got Auron in this tournament as well, you know? Like, we have to beat the final boss to get Auron back. Auron, my favorite character from 10. And we do have one final slot for him. Obviously, we get some sweet music here, by the way. Okay, the outer plane envoy already be here. The outer plane envoy. I mean, what is this a reference to as well? Like his name and stuff. Oh, God, he's against Titus. Good luck, mate. You're not going to do very well there. We got Tremor to beat through, so there's going to be a bit of a wall. I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, we had an 85,000 damage impale there. That's the biggest impale I've seen. That was perfect. That was after a million quick shots from Logos. At the end, almost at the end of one of Lulu's chain. And he hit Tremor from behind. That was fantastic. That was some great damage there. Oh, he was right at the end as well. We had to stall out waiting for his ultimate there. All right, guys. Here we go. Whew. So this boss is going to be very difficult for me to explain because I'm using Fiend, so I can't really dictate the flow of the battle without pausing the game. So do excuse me. This will be my only attempt at this boss. You may not see me defeat him whatsoever. But basically, he's actually 4 creatures. He's a giant Hydra, and he's got lots of little heads. They've got like weird names like Unum and... Anyway, just these weird names related to numbers, I guess. Each of them, by the way, as you kill the heads, they drop Iron Duke. So he's one of these cool battles where you got multiple things to deal with. All in all, this boss has over 20 abilities it can slam us with. All right? 20! He is no joke, all right? I guess I'll just see how my fiends can do. What a lot of people resort to doing to defeat the outer plane envoy, to defeat Major Numerus, is they actually, they use the regular girls and they mix on Alchemist, something fiends can't do, a miracle drink with dark matter, which we can now farm comfortably, and that makes you invulnerable to his abilities. Oh, God. And that's how people deal with it. Oh, my God. He's such a cool-looking boss as well. I wish we could see him somewhere in spirit, and let me hold my tongue on that. Because this battle may not be our only opportunity to see the power of this guy. I don't know how many stars I should use or what. I guess we should start defensively. There's no point in rushing it, right? So let's go to 1 star for a bit, and let's see what we do. We got a few attacks in. That's good. Turbo water rolling. Obviously, our attacks are getting spread a lot here. We'll keep it going. I don't like how low Lulu's health is, and her getting targeted with a holy really isn't very good. But that's fine. Max magic defense, auto-shelled, 1-star Lulu just laughs in the face of it. Fireworks isn't good. It penetrates a lot of defenses, but we're still on 1 star, so we're okay. Radis commands. Oh, God, that killed her. The other 2 are still good, though. They're over 10k health each. Did we prepare enough for this? This is where we find out. Break is fantastic because we have Ribbon. That's fine as well. Tetra Eater on Logos is going to be helping him against that. That White Wind I was hoping was going to be a full life, but turns out it wasn't. That's fine. Another little quick attack. Oh, my God. I don't know how long this is going to go on. Another Mortis command. 9,000 damage on each of us. Please use Vigor, guys. There's a full life finally. Hopefully Logos isn't wasting one also, but I feel like he probably is. There's a Sparkler. More defense penetrating stuff. I love how this boss is using similar things to what we use. Ultima so far in this game hasn't threatened me too much. I have to assume Tremor has 255 magic. And his Ultimas weren't hitting that hard. Thank God. Major Numerous' ones don't either. Please, just some White Winds, some Vigors would be really, really, really nice. Crap! Oh, God. Logos! Logos is the only one standing. Finally. Okay, he full life Lulu. Why is Lulu's health coming in so low? There's an Absorb. The auto haste is so important here, obviously. There, he wastes a D-spell. I think I'm just going to have to do this fight at 1 star, guys. Demi doesn't worry me. Demi would be doing like half a health or whatever, but then it's being halved further by the shell, so it's really only a quarter. That Holy was fine before. We may have got back on our feet here. That's scary, though, that 2 of them died.
Need a light?
This dude actually doesn't have that much health. He's not that crazy on the health front, as far as I'm aware. Oh, God, here comes a Meteor. Meteor, I think we should be okay. So just to be clear, a lot of the time in Final Fantasy, in the 10 series at least, we've seen when there have been bosses with multiple parts, it's been like there's a main body, and then there's like assistant things. This actually isn't that. This is totally different to that. This boss is just 4 mobs. 4 mobs. Each of them has 555,000 health. So each is slightly tankier than the Conjurer. We've seen how quickly we could kill the Conjurer before, but obviously the damage is being split 4 ways. So it's going to be a little bit harder than that. Hopefully they keep Rez and Lulu up. You know, this is close enough that I feel like if I wipe, I may just try again. The cool thing, I've really not been able to give you guys this experience of the arena. Obviously, we're at the very end of it now. This is the end. But one cool thing about the way a lot of this works, especially when I was around the Youth League period, is what you find is you go into a battle, you play, you win or lose, and you have another idea. You think, actually, yeah, my Fiends might be a little bit better with this. My Fiends might be a little bit better with this. A little bit better with this and this and this. It's like you play, you tweak. You play, you tweak. You play, you tweak. You play, you tweak. And I'm totally getting that vibe from this fight as well. It's like, okay, well, maybe we're struggling a little bit here, but seeing that some of their abilities are elemental abilities, maybe I can put Tetra Eater on everyone, right? Ribbon is obviously so useful. The Final Fantasy X community is well known. I'm gonna max the stars out for a second. Hopefully we actually get something going here. The Final Fantasy X community is well known for doing extreme challenges and speedrunny style stuff. There's a Fire Arga, not concerned about that, even with max stars. For doing different challenges, like play the game with no sphere grid, play the game with no summons, play the game with no mixes, play the game with no new weapons, stuff like that. When it comes to 10-2, and people who really like 10-2, what you're actually going to find is people doing challenges for this guy. They do no miracle drink versions of this guy. No catnip versions of this guy. No almighty Shinra versions of this guy. Because almighty Shinra can deal with this dude pretty comfortably. That fireworks hit hard. That was a bad time for me to have not many stars. I could probably 5-star through the Holy, but what's the point when the animation is so long? Actually, the Machina doesn't have very good magic defense. That's like his one big deficiency right now. There's another Randis command. 21,000 health. He basically is just going to decide he wants to kill someone. Now, I'm going to stay on 1 star for here because... Oh, God, Venom, come on. Oh, God, Logos. Logos, please let that be a full life. Logos. Or hit him with an elemental. Oh, I hit him with elemental magic, which we just absorbed. That was so good. Wait, it was just a white wind, though. Logos. Man, Tetra Eater's been so good on him. Logos is a god, guys. Oh, there's a black sky. That's fine. Who would have thought? This all began with me just being like, hey, guys, I want to play with the LeBlanc Syndicate in 10-2. Yeah, Thundaga, heal me up, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Delicious. All right, please full life. Good. The Machina Hunter getting full life. I prefer to Lulu getting full life. Slowly getting through it here, guys. Very slowly. D-Spell misses. That looks like another full life there. There's a Mortis command. Who knows who is going to hit? No! Oh, no. Screw that. Screw that. That is not going to be our only attempt. I will see you guys in a second. Okay, before the Machina had 2 champion belts on, by the way. All right? Since we've just farmed up some sweet gear, all right, how about we give him a friggin' Iron Duke, which will max those out and give him way more magic defense, too. And look at what that does to his health. Look at what the Iron Duke does to his health. Oh, my God. The Machina Hunter's health. Okay. All right. He also already has break damage limit because I fed him an Enterprise before. All right. So now he's got a free slot and we can do whatever we want with that free slot. He already has so many buffs and things on him. But what I think we can do with that... Oh, my God. Okay. And then we can give him a key to success, which has double all on top of it, which puts him up to 35,000 health. An Iron Duke plus a key to success. What is Logos on? All right, Logos is going to do the same here. Oh, my God. Okay. Iron Duke, key to success. Logos isn't doing so well, but that's because I didn't feed him so many health buffs. All right, that's fine. We've increased Logos' health as well. And in exchange for Logos now losing break damage limit, all we have to do is go Creature, Logos, Unlearn. Oof. But what do we want to unlearn to make him eat break damage limit? Well, let's try Spell Spring, because what we can do, we got a replacement Ragnarok, right, straight away. So we'll try it that way. All right. That's a little bit of my my prep there, guys. So we're now going to feed Logos and Invincible, allowing him to get break damage limit. And there you go. Those two now have a lot more health than they had before, especially the Machina Hunter. Holy crap. Oh, man, Lulu, you are such the weak link. You are such a weak link. All right, that's fine, though. And then beyond that, we will feed Lulu all of our stuff. I mean, why not, right? Just keep pushing her health up as high as we can. There we go. I just fed her the ring as well. There's only 1 ring you can get per game, by the way. And we'll feed her a Minerva's Plate. Why not? That's going to bump her magic defense even higher. We can bump her regular defense by feeding her the Adamantite. All right, there you go. We just went kind of crazy there, and we've just buffed the hell out of our group. I'm going to save and see you guys when I get into a battle with Major Numerus again. We've got the Auron battle here, at least. Just getting shot in the back. Look at that. I like to imagine that's him being friggin'... Jesus Christ. Logos. Logos. That is not cool. That was... High Summer Nebraska's Guardian. There we go. Allow into the goal wings. Hell yes. All right. Bye-bye, Heavy Salad. So we got Tidus. We got Auron back. Auron, Tidus, and Yuna is now an option for us. And Seymour. We're building the gang, guys. And this goes back to what I said. You may remember a long time ago I said in Besaid that almost everyone was available. Waka is the only one from the previous game who is not available. He's not in this tournament either. We've got to go again. He's the only one. Every other character you can re-recruit. 12 Dark Matter from Tremor there. 12 Dark Matter. Are you crazy? What the hell? Jesus. Okay, another tweak for Logos here. What I'm going to try and do, all right, he's wasting too much time white winding. So I'm actually going to turn white wind off. And instead, I'm going to feed him some stamina tonics. Where are they? Here. And, wait, that should... Oh, never mind. Stamina tonics are just increasing his max health. Wow, and by quite a lot. Where's the one that gives me, Howl? I want Howl. Oh, there we go. The stamina tablets. There we go, yeah. I'm going to give him Howl, which is going to double his max health. And then I guess what we can do is one of these is plus 77 health. So I'll feed a bunch of those to Lulu. So we'll do this, since we've got 99. See you guys in a sec. Okay, all right. So 15k Lulu, 15k Logos, 35k Machina Hunter. The other thing about Logos as well is I've decided I don't like him not having Spell Spring. So he does need Spell Spring. So what I'm actually going to do is get rid of Tetra Eater from him. But now he's got so much more health, hopefully he's okay with that. So with that gone, we'll put the Spell Spring back on. And we'll try that out. Here we go. And it's in this tournament. All it has to do is beat Tidus. And then potentially Tremor to get to us. Whew. And hopefully it will beat those guys. But since we saw Tremor lose before, I don't know. It won. I was going to say, if Tremor lost to it, that would have been so weird. But that can sometimes happen. It would have been really cool if in the game what they actually did was they simulated the full battle as best they could. All right, guys, here we go. I'm actually going to max stars as well this time, right at the start, because I think we start doing less damage. We get less advantage of the max stars more so when we're lower on health because we're wasting a lot of our time resin and stuff. That's half of my reason why I got rid of White Wind. I mean, a full life is a full life, right? So that's kind of my theory there, but we'll see. All right, so we're just going max stars. Oh, actually, I can't max stars right now. I can't change the stars at all. That's weird. Oh, my controller went off. No! Oh, no, I need to be able to do that. Wait. Oh, my God, I have no controller. I didn't want to fight the final boss like this. No! Come on, team. You can do it, guys. There, I found a USB cable. Plug it in. Can't even pause. Aren't controllers supposed to pause things when they lose power? Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? All right, are we good? All right, we can change our stars again. Oh, my God. No. Whoa. What's going on here? Did that only just happen? Logos, are you going to res? Okay, a Vigor, that's good. Another Vigor, and then I want to see lots of res. Res. Oh, what? Oh my God, we got annihilated. Okay, maybe we need Tetra Eater. Maybe this is what's important. By the way, so on the final screen here of the Aeon screen, this is Tremor. Tremor's appearing here. I actually thought Major Numerus would appear there. But Major Numerus appears down here. So now that we fought him, we actually don't have to spam up the arena every time if we want to go again. So here we go. This is our next round. This is my third attempt at him. PlayStation controller shouldn't friggin' turn off on us here. We can actually max star at the start. You're actually going to notice our girls have got much more health at the start. Well, our girls. God, there's only one of them now. Everyone's got a lot more health. I've shuffled around the keys to success a little. Altered a few things. Really, Lulu isn't going to be doing that much damage. The cool thing about this guy, actually, is I guess they're expecting you to use Fiends against him. And many of his abilities, yeah, like these ones here, yeah, sure, Black Sky, Holy and stuff, you can see them coming. But those really big nuke ones, actually, you can't see coming at all. So the Machina Hunter is actually healing, or isn't healing, sorry, is nullifying all elemental damage. So if he gets hit with any of it, that's kind of his safety net there. Logo still got blown up, even though we were 1-star there, which is a bit of a shame. There's a Turbo Blizzard, which did 20k to one of the heads, but 0 to all the others. That's fine. Oh, no, that was just Impaled that did that. You two want to get off your asses and heal Logos. He represents almost 20,000 health here, and he will save your bacon. Come on, guys. Another Mortis? What? What are you playing at? Well, at least we're surviving now. Lulu's not getting one shot, but she really needs to start rezzing up. She does have full life, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, Lulu doesn't have full life on her. She's also hitting 0s on basically every head. Really, Lulu? Are you just useless in this fight? Ultima's fine. I think the Machina Hunter is finally using a full life here, so we can get back up. This might not be a graceful win, but if we can recover here, it might be a win, and that's all that really matters, I think. There's a Fullman before the Machina Hunter can do anything. He's still got 20k health, so he's okay. There you go. See, he takes 0 from that. He takes 0. I think he's way tankier now just because he can do that. So Loga's coming up at 8k health. Loga's coming up with an immediate res for Lulu as well. And then hopefully a Vigor for himself immediately after. Machina Hunter is trying to res her too. See, this is annoying when they double up. This is actually a problem from Final Fantasy 12, believe it or not. But okay. All right, definitely. I might remove the break damage limit. I might do it. Because removing break damage limit, yes, Logos isn't critting 26Ks every second anymore. But he's not dying anymore either. And we can consistently whittle this guy down. Each head, again, is only 500,000 health. It's a Conjurer. I don't know. Maybe once the Protector stuff start rolling out, this is better, though. Look at those 40k hits. This is crazy. We just do so much damage when we actually start hitting. All right, Machina Hunter is still very healthy. Logos isn't choosing to vigor himself up too much, but I'll let him make that decision. That's fine. That's the beauty of the Fiend Arena. Oh, I'm itching. I really want this guy dead. It'll be so cool. For a while there, while recording the series, I really wasn't sure whether I was going to be getting into this stuff, but I thought, do you know what? Screw it. I haven't streamed. I haven't done anything else. I've totally shirked my responsibilities for like the past 72 hours. Just so I could go hardcore into X2 so that we could do this. And hopefully we can come out feeling proud at the end. Come on! He's such a messed up looking enemy too. The absorbs thankfully aren't healing him a crazy amount. That's good. Oh, there's a Howl from Logos. So if he heals up, he's actually going to end up super healthy. Oh my god, the quick attacks. Excellent. Yes! Keep going. Keep chaining. Oh my god, yes. 26k each one. That's fantastic. Lulu's just doing nothing. He must be immune to elemental damage. He must be purely designed such that a caster like that doesn't work. That's a shame. It's the same as in 10 then, where that doesn't work. That's fine. We'll leave her in though. She's earned her spot. She's been here through all the grind. As much as I know some of you are itching to see freaking like Seymour or someone come in right now. Machina Hunt has been very smooth. He hasn't dropped out of 35k health for a long time. There we go. One of the heads has been cut off. 2 of the heads have been cut off. Oh my god. When did the other one get cut off? Oh, this could be it, guys. We all know how it goes with fights like this. When you get the first one, you start getting the momentum. Attacking like mad. We're not going to stop now. Oh, there's a Holy. Let's go to 1 star. All right, there we go. Max it out again. Venom. Oh my god, no. You don't get to do this to us. No, you don't get to kill us at this point. Heal up, Vigor. Both of you Vigor. There's a full life for Lulu. Oh my god, he's the last head. He's the last head. There's a White Wind from the Hunter. Actually, that was perfect. Full life plus White Wind. No, Hunter, you should have just attacked. All right, keep... Lulu, I like this. Logos has actually been the MVP here. Bio isn't going to do anything. So there's like a poisonous themed head. There's an elemental themed head. There's probably like a physical themed head. And maybe a restorative one that's been absorbing and stuff. Flare. It's not going to do anything for you. You're on your own now, bro. Turbo Blizzards. It's helping build a chain, guys. It's totally fine. And there he goes. That's it. That's it. That's every super boss of Final Fantasy X-2 dead. Oh my god. And as you can see here, finally, at the end, not only do we get 10 Iron Dukes, but we also get Invincible and Enterprise for killing that guy. Now, Invincible and Enterprise are therefore some of the hardest things to get in the game. You have to do the telescope thing. You have to throw Tobley into the lift. But now we can feed those willy-nilly to our guys, teach them how to break their limits. But also 10 Iron Dukes. It means that Lulu, for example, who only has 34 strength and 75 defense and so on and so on, now that you're at the end, we'll just feed her these. Feed anyone these. Kill him again and do that and give, you know, Tidus anything he could ever want, even though he's only level 2. And now Lulu got way stronger there because her agility is that much higher. In fact, I wanted to max out Logos' agility through that for a long time. Maybe I'll do that off screen for just personal pleasure there. And that's how you'd get a character with 255, 255, 255, 255. And then maybe play with some of these more interesting things. But there you go, guys. That is the end of the Monster Arena. The 10-2 Monster Arena. That's everything. Now, I don't have all of these filled in, but it's just because I haven't seen every like potential combination on the actual tournaments themselves. I've won enough of them to have all the gear and all the cool stuff, and we're pretty much good. Having said that, though, going back to the Fiend-based stuff, there is actually one final garment grid for us to get. I suppose you could get this early, but it's related to Almighty Shinra, because, I mean, how many of you have been wondering what happens if you release Almighty Shinra then? You can just keep going, right? But so if we go to the Battle Simulator, I won't cut this one out. I'll let you guys see the whole thing. We'll go fight the Hellbreeders. We'll see Almighty Shinra in battle. Though Logos is just going to own these guys. Let's look at him fly down there. Oh, he's such a cool fiend. I hope this inspires some of you guys to try this out and have a bit of fun with yourselves as well. Because Almighty Shinra is really your main way of killing Major Numerus really easily and comfortably. Shinra, oh god. Ah, they seem to have so much fun when they did this. So when he gets 12 levels, as you can see there, we can always re-recruit him. But if we leave, what happens if we release Almighty Shinra? Well, here he is.
I play for keeps.
I think he's even more badass than Major Numerus, to be honest. Analyze me? Try in another 1,000 years. Yeah, we're going to analyze you, because real Shinra's gone now.
I play for keeps.
I play for keeps, he says. Try again in another 100 years.
I think I'll give this fighting thing a try.
Try in another 10 years.
I think I'll give this fighting thing a try.
Wait.
I play
Here we go.
for keeps.
Okay, Shinra, we know you play for keeps. And to release such a badass. He's like a Digimon. That's what he makes me think of. It makes me think of some of these higher form Digimon. And there's Shinra. Oh, he was on his head. Look. Oh, the hands. I never realized. Oh, that's so cool. Shinra, are you okay after absorbing all that power of Omega Weapon? There he is. He survived. Man, even as a kid, he's already demonstrated he's got quite some power. Huh? Says Shinra.
Just a kid.
Oh yeah, episode complete. Not mission complete, episode complete. And we score the final garment grid. Last resort. The final garment grid. That really is. That's the last of the international ones. I'd like to show it to you guys. I actually thought, I'll be honest with you, I thought the one we got earlier was going to be this Peerless. So, last resort looks as such. And the red gate is 0 MP cost. The green gate is to always crit. The yellow gate is for a magic boost. The blue gate is for break damage limit. And going through all the gates is hidden hero drink. Let's demonstrate this garment grid, shall we? In, say, the Nightmare Begins little battle. Which is the battle that I was always using my fiends on to level them up. Here, as you can see, we've got Yuna and her boyfriend, Tidus. I decided to put them in together. We'll have Tidus kill a couple of wolves, shall we? Just to help Yuna out for a second. Or perhaps well, mind you, she could send him to sleep as well, right? With the sleepy shuffle. And what you're going to see here with this garment grid, guys, is why a lot of people actually like the major Numerus fight, even with the girls. All right. There we go. Tidus has killed most of them. The last one's asleep. We're going to have Tidus flee now. See you later, Yuna. I guess I didn't like you anyway. First of all, I've started her from Songstress. She's going to go through the green gate, which means she will always be critically hitting. Pretty fantastic gate here. Oh, because we're on New Game Plus. Guess what? It's reset. Yeah, all the sphere change animations. Great. And then if we go up, we're going to go get MP cost 0 through this gate. If we go to the right, put her on a white mage. Actually, I can't remember, but she's going to go through another one of the gates. All right, she got, oh, that was the blue gate. She now breaks damage limit, which is great because she's level 2. And finally, if we go through the yellow gate, the final one to Psychic, and you'll notice the way that they've set this garment grid up in such a way that it's actually a lot of sphere changes. You have to double back on yourself each time. It's like the worst kind of design. Finally, with all the gates done, yes, she could swap to Floral Foul, her special dress sphere. Or, you'll notice that she actually gets a new command here called Hero's Stash. And Hero's Stash, it says, use a spare hero drink that you tucked away. Now, what happens here if we use this? This is kind of a terrible example because she's on Psychic, which means she absorbs elemental damage. Which means this guy can't do any damage to her. But if you drink a Hero Stash, if you use the Hero Potion, which costs no MP and you have an infinite amount of them, it makes you invulnerable for a period of time. It makes you invulnerable. So as you can see there, the effect just wore off on Yuna on the bottom right. I may have to slow-mo it, but here, we'll go again. Now, hero drinks, we're actually going to see a little of in the ending sequences of the game in the next couple of episodes. So there you go. You can see invulnerability there for her. And that will wear off after a short period of time. Mysteriously, the major Numerus fight, it lasts way longer. So this is totally a valid strategy. This is something that people do, and it's kind of what you get from the final grid of the game. That's what happens when you equip it onto your girls. Let's slap this guy down. I'll quickly show you guys what it looks like to equip it onto your Fiend. And that's pretty much everything. And the way that Hero Stash works is the same for the other garment grid, the end garment grid that gives you Finale for seeing every oversold Fiend in the game, which, while I mention it, we may as well dive into in just a second. Now, before we start talking about the end, before we back out of this completely, I will go back to the regular creature creator menu and just talk to you guys about a couple more characters you can get for your team. Now, we've got Auron, we've got Seymour, we've got Tidus. We could get Almighty Shinra back if we like. But what else? So what else in the world could we possibly want? Well, because we are a Youth League file, and because we're in Chapter 5 on New Game Plus, there are some cool things available for us. For example, if we go to Jose and we set up an SP pods and we target humanoids. If we go to Bevel and we set up an SP pod and we target humanoids. And if we go to Mushroom Rock and we target humanoids again, and we round up. You guys can probably see where this is going. Mushroom Rock's actually kind of interesting. There's 2 characters this chapter. Chapter 1, it was Yaibel. Then later it was Elmer. Then in Chapter 5, it becomes Lucille. Or, if you're on New Game Plus, Nuge. So you can actually get Nuge on your team. And yes, Nuge can learn Starfall and all that cool stuff. So Nuge can join. If we have a look at Jose, Gipple can join your team. And we can swap Gipple out for the Kin Takaba there. And then finally, if you do Bevel, again, New Game Plus only, so it doesn't sort of spoil the story for you. You can get Barrel Eye as well. But now you see we're getting space issues right now. It's like, oh god, which characters do we really care about? Do we want to get rid of our most OP characters ever? Just to show you guys the finality of this, after all these hours of grinding, yes, I'm going to get rid of the Machina Hunter there. God, that feels painful. The amount of stuff I sunk into that character. Wow. Wow, that's like a nail in the coffin right there. Why did I do that? That's outrageous. All right, so you could do that, or we could go Moonflow. We could go Mushroom Rock again when we re-roll, and we could get some. We could get Lucille as the final character there as well. So, what's the purpose of all of this? We've done the tournaments. Why would we want to keep collecting characters? Well, don't forget that there is this bestiary here, and this bestiary documents all of the Fiend Tales you have completed. Now, this is what I'd like to show off on a stream for you guys. All the different stories. Definitely in the main series, it won't be there. Expect an annotation on the screen or whatever if we end up doing that. But, for getting every single one of these, way back when I first showed you guys this in Chapter 1, I told you that there was something special at the end. So as we go, this is kind of what we've managed to get here. My TV's flickering. I can see that too, guys. Don't worry. Now, over towards the end, you see you got all these cool characters. So this is Lucille here. We've got 2 unknowns here. Christ knows who those are. I'm pretty sure we've seen or mentioned all the special characters. Brother, Buddy, Almighty Shinra, Auron, Kamari, Lulu, Tidus, a Chocobo towards the end. And who's this here in 21 out of 21? I told you guys about this slot. I said 21 out of 21 only appears when you have everything else done. And I said it was a special character that you might not be expecting. I said that some of you guys might have some ideas as to who it is, but you were probably wrong. What I meant then was many of you probably thought it was Tidus. You thought, oh yeah, Tidus is the last character. That's how it all ends. All right, yada, yada, yada. No, actually, it's not Tidus. The final slot for finishing all of this, which unfortunately I can't show, I would, except to do it, I have to capture a bunch of fiends from the Calmlands dungeon. And the Calmlands dungeon I can't do unless I do all the Chocobo grinding again. So I'm definitely not doing that. But I will show you guys some footage of the final character that unlocks of the game, and it is Shinra. Yep, so I've just pulled this video from online. Hopefully nobody's too offended by that. But so this is what happens when you actually have everything completed. To note, I'm not really sure whether you can actually fight as Shinra or he just kind of appears here. But when you select him, as you can see, he only has 1 story level. So you can't like go into battles and level him up and stuff. I guess it's because that kid thing. But it says to you there that you can immediately release him. It says it's the creature creator ending. The game is about to end. So you know how it's got that % complete and stuff for all the fiends on the screen for the creature creator and all of that? It really does treat it as its own game. And so this is, basically speaking, one of the endings of X-2. And they do an amazing trip back to Zanarkand. In Chapter 5 when we were here, or in Chapter 4 when we saw like the dude stood up there on the Chaos World in Chapter 5 I think it was, and he was stood there, he was like, this is my spot. I mentioned this again. I said, look, that's not the last we're going to be seeing of this. This is where it all began, back at the start of 10. And this is what they ended with. So the bomb says, so what was Shinra's secret anyway? And the Cactuar says, maybe he just wanted to be friends? He was researching fiends, right? Secret? Why did they think he had a secret? I kind of miss him. Ever since his adventures as Almighty Shinra. Yeah, says the evil eye. The evil eye says, oh! Maybe he was looking for someone who turned into a fiend. Like a lover? Shinra's still a kid. Maybe his mother? You think he found her? So this is what the fiends speculate. I like to think this is true, though. I wonder who it was. I like to think, yeah, that he was looking for his dead mum or something. That's why he learns how to communicate with fiends. That's why he's trapping them. That's why he's raising their story levels. That's the motivation for all of it. That and maybe that ties into his last mission. You know, in the main story, how he says he doesn't want to do anything anymore. He's going to be going away. Maybe that somehow ties into his future advances, looking into Farplane, power and live stream, if we want to call it that. Thank you, he says. And I actually hate the voice that I give Shinra, I have to say. I hate it. I know you guys like it. Thank you, and the end. Oh! So there you go. I've kind of cheated here. Cheated my way into seeing the end of the creature crew or whatever. Alright? And it gives you a full-on end screen. I'm not barring it up. I'm not making it sound better than it actually is. It's the end. And look, you see a little gull up there for the gull wings. And it rolls through. So you got story completion, creature completion, the amount of new game pluses you did, the levels of your girls, which is 3 for the person who recorded this video. It says thanks for playing. And that's the end of the creature creator, guys. That's international for you. And perhaps the greatest treat of all was that fucking incredible music. I just cut out most of my commentary there so you guys could actually hear it. So there you go, guys. That is the creature creator. That's a lot of it. Woo! Return to the airship. Oh my god. I feel strange. I feel like there's this huge thing that we've been working on for so long that we're finally done. For what it's worth, over here, we've got Shinra's bestie area as well. I just wanted to show you guys, like, the final progress of this. This is where if we oversold everything, eventually Shinra would give us another garment grid. That would be the end with finale. If you've never fled from a battle, you just blow everything up. So we haven't seen over... If it appears in red, then we've seen it oversold. So you can kind of get a feel for the amount, how close we got. We have seen every single enemy on the series. Every single enemy. Some of them you guys are yet to see, actually, I suppose. But most of them I managed to oversolve. Most of them I did. There's just a few that we haven't. So we're kind of close, but it's a bit much work for a bit little payoff. And there you go, guys. That's it. There you go. That's the end of the airship. That's 100% completion. 100% international. 100% base game. 100%. Choose our route. We're going to the underground. We're going to the Farplane. Meet me here tomorrow for the end of Final Fantasy X-2. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you found this interesting. For those of you who never played the international stuff, hope it was worth it. And I'll see you soon. We're coming for you, Shuyin.